Good morning, guys, or at least it's good morning for me. Hello for whatever time you are around the world. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki for those of you who are new here, and for those of you who are not, welcome back. So I'm super excited today because I'm hoping to do like a testing all new products and like a bunch of new things that I have quarantine shopped, while also just like getting to share with you guys like a very like nice, summery, beautiful, full glam makeup routine. So I did just wake up if my voice sounds a little off, but we're gonna actually start with skincare this time, which is something I normally don't include in my videos because it's not like I'm not a skincare guru. I'm trying my best, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna use the Clinique Dramatically Different Jelly. I actually got this at TJ Maxx for a steal. I think I was like, I don't know, maybe 10 bucks. I definitely did a video on it on my TJ Maxx haul, and in that video I say the exact price of this, but I've been really loving it. And so like I like it because it is a jelly, so it's almost serum like on your skin and it absorbs really quickly. So big fan already. I really like it. I let that just sink into my skin and it pretty much soaks in almost instantly. And then you want to make sure to not forget your neck. That is super important. The neck is one of the areas that shows like aging signs or signs of aging faster. So you just want to make sure to really moisturize your neck. So I pretty much do almost all of my skincare routine also to my neck. So actually a lot of these products are new in my collection. I haven't been using them for that long. But next I'm going to go in with this, the Botanic Shop Vitamin C Face Serum. I actually also purchased this at TJ Maxx. And it is like a vitamin C serum, so I pretty much just put this, I try to focus it under my eyes mostly and then kind of disperse from there, because it is a product that you don't need a lot of. I did like maybe like a pump and a half or so of it just now, and I do disperse it across my skin, but I try to leave the most concentration of it like right here. But last but not least, I like to use nighttime creams like pretty much all day long. I like that they're thicker. So I will often like not even bother with a daytime cream and like always go with a nighttime cream, but that's just like my personal preference. So this is the Equate Beauty Nighttime Firming Cream. So I'm going to make sure to apply this onto my neck and also my face and just any areas I want to make sure are moisturized before makeup. Good skincare definitely makes your makeup look so much better. So I would always encourage you guys to, if you're gonna like get ready in a rush, like at least do a little bit of skincare. Make sure that your skin is hydrated and healthy, and don't forget SPF. I definitely don't. I know that right now I look like probably even sunburnt almost in my nose area or just extra tan, but I actually like, this is a super natural tan and it is not natural. So this is the Saint Tropez Advanced 1 Hour Tanning Mousse, and you guys, this is amazing. I got mine from lookfantastic.com. I actually do have a code with them, so I will leave it down below. It saves you 20% off of anything on their website, and let me tell you, you need to get this off their website. This is so good. I had not actually ever tried a Saint Tropez product, but you guys, this mousse is life-changing. If I had this around when I was getting married, or if I knew about it at the time, I probably would have used it, and I would have been the most bronzy girl ever. But anyway, that's like just a little tidbit about another new product. I definitely just tested it out, and there will be a dedicated video on my channel going to it, so I hope you guys check that out as well. I will link it in the description below when it is up. I don't know which video is going up first. I'm filming in the same day like I normally do. So next I'm going to go in with the BodyShop Strawberry Soothing Face Mist. This is something that my friend Mariana recommended to me, and we both got it at TJ Maxx, and then I bought more. She gave me hers. Like, now we're all stocked up. But I love this. It smells like candy. It's so good. So I'm going to finish off with this. I actually didn't apply eye cream, so I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to use the Laneige Moisture Surge, Moisture Cream. So this is what I've been using as an under eye cream. It is a sample or not a sample, but like a travel size version of the product. And now that I'm reading it, I actually thought it was an eye cream, and I don't know if it is, but it is definitely hydrating enough to be an eye cream. Like, I find that it is so thick and it's good, guys. And this is like the last and final step, and I always do it kind of before makeup. It leaves my makeup just a little bit, like my face is just a little bit ready for makeup and primers and all that good stuff. And also I just find that it like leaves my skin feeling really moisturized, and so even if I'm going in with like matte foundations and matte products or lots of powder, for instance, I find that my skin still looks just a little bit more healthy and a little bit more like skin. Okay guys, so first things first, I want to mention that I got the JACLYN Hill Morphe like ultimate brush collection with this case. And I love the case, by the way, just like on its own. It's just a really nice piece of hardware. And it's hard to open it like this, but here are all the brushes. I'm obsessed with them. I definitely do have like some randos in here because I did travel this weekend and I wanted to see if other brushes would also fit in here. And not much fit else, like other than what she already has in here, because it's definitely like made just for these, which I actually got a separate container. This is like a marble container and I got it at a thrift store, so no idea where I got it, like really where it came from. But anyway, I have that container that's specifically for her brushes so that I'm not like messing them up, because literally everything in this brush kit is what you need to do a full face. And I know because I accidentally had to do a full face with just this and maybe a little bit, like I had like 3 extra brushes in here. I definitely left my beauty sponge and all that good stuff this weekend when I went away to my in-laws. So that's definitely something to consider, is that this brush kit is like really like a one and done. So even though it is really expensive, I actually did get it on sale for about $100. Even though it is really expensive, you do get the benefit of like being able to just like pick up and go and like always have brushes that you can do a full face with. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with primer. You guys know me, I'm obsessed with my e.l.f. matte putty primer. This stuff is so good, and honestly, if you have any areas of like oil spots on your face, this is great. Generally I find that in the areas that I have more oil spots, I have more texture, and for me it's literally just this area. And so before I do my makeup, I will make sure to apply it here and pretty much kind of disperse it. So definitely it gets like spread around a little bit because I have a heavy hand of pretty much almost anything. But yeah, especially my nose and like chin area throughout the day if I'm wearing my makeup for a long time. And like, mind you, it's only 9 o'clock right now. I believe that I need to definitely go in and make sure everything is nice and matte and stays put. And especially right here, like on the sides of my nose, I crease a lot. So I find that this product really helps with that. Also, I do not have any makeup on right now. I do have some like lip product on, but that's about it. And what you're seeing that looks contoured is, by the way, the Saint Tropez tanning mousse. I did like that contouring hack with it, and you guys, it like really works. I think that I look so like naturally pretty right now, even though it's like a stain on my skin basically. I also did place an order with e.l.f., so that's here too. I also bought a powder that I am hoping to use today. So I definitely just struggled with that packaging, like had to rip it open. But anyway, so I got 2 more of the Jelly Pop Dew primers because they did come back in stock. They have the entire collection, but really this is where it's at. Like this is the gem of the collection in my opinion. So I got that, and then I also got the Halo Glow setting powder in the shade Light. I'm excited to try this kind of like in areas that I want to highlight because it does look very shiny. So we will see how I feel about this when we get to it. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew primer all over my face. I really like this because I truly feel like it makes my makeup last all day long. It really, really makes my makeup last. So I just kind of like disperse it lightly and then I let it sit on my skin for a little bit. You know, right now my skin looks really dewy and really wet, and basically I just let this like tack up on my skin and get really thick, and then I will go in with foundation and stuff. And then I will go in with foundation and other products. So this video actually has more high-end products than I bargained for because we're just, look at where we are. So I also did place an order with Fenty, and I got 2 things from Fenty. I got their Pro Filter foundation in the like soft matte version, and then I also got the KillaWatt highlighter in the shade Trophy Wife. And you guys, the only thing I opened was Trophy Wife briefly. Actually, no, that's a lie. I also opened this yesterday to see if I had like color matched it right, but I did that before I self-tanned. So I love her packaging. This is my first purchase off of Fenty.com, and it was actually here really quickly, and I'm really impressed with that, especially because of the COVID situation. But this packaging is everything. I'm so excited. I definitely think I will end up probably putting this more on my body and my eyes than on my face, but we shall see. Maybe I will sprinkle on a little. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble getting it open. It's definitely these nails. So it comes with a little protective slip, which we don't need anymore, but I mean, is this not heavenly, you guys? Wow, I'm so excited. So I will definitely be using this as well today later in the video, and I got the shade 240 in her foundation, and I thought it was like a perfect match for me yesterday, but I wasn't self-tanned at all anymore, even though I did have a little bit of color. So I tested it briefly with my friend on the camera. So right now it looks a little pale for me. And if that's the case, I'm going to also mix it in with my Born This Way Too Faced. I got this foundation in a darker shade so that I could mix it with lighter ones. And I guess this one I got like spot on. So in the Born This Way one, I have the shade Natural Beige, but it is definitely like a darker foundation for me. And this is probably more true to color. So if I have trouble mixing, I will probably mix these two foundations to get my perfect shade. And actually, I'm going to be using the Haley's Beauty Sponge today. This is just a really great sponge. It's very much like a beauty blender dupe. And then aside from that, I'm also reaching into JACLYN Hill's collection already, and I'm going to be using the JH03 brush. This is like the foundation brush that comes in the kit, and it is so lovely, you guys. I didn't think I would like a foundation brush that much, and I really like this one. I like that it's like thick enough, but it's very malleable at the same time. So we're going to be using this today. Also, I just realized I definitely I just remembered I have so many TikTok songs stuck in my head that, because it's like, it's not even just TikTok now, like TikTok is everywhere, it's on every social media platform. So oh, this said to shake well, and I shook it yesterday, but I should probably do it again. So I just put 2 pumps on my brush, and like normally this would be my perfect color, but I definitely did just self tan, and I let the self tan get pretty dark, not gonna lie. So what I'm going to do is disperse it with this. You can see how full coverage it is because I definitely had that self tanner line to where I had kind of contoured. And that's definitely gone now. I think what I'm going to do instead is try to focus this product more on the inside of my face. It's definitely applying really, really nicely, even over such a sticky base, which is really nice. But I did like mostly half of this face, or half of my side of this face with a brush, and I go between stippling and like swirling. But because the primer is so sticky, I think it's making it a little bit difficult. So I'm actually going to go in with the Born This Way one to blend out my neck a little bit, because my neck is definitely like darker than my foundation right now. So you see how much darker this one just looks on camera. Like I said, I have the shade Natural Beige in the Born This Way one. I'm kind of going to focus this product on the bottom half right here. And then I'm going to go with my Haley's Beauty Sponge kind of on the rest of my face. I definitely prefer a sponge, but I was using the JACLYN Hill brush that's meant for foundation this weekend, and I really have to say I did really, really, really enjoy it. It was really great. And yeah, so far I have really high hopes for this Pro Filter foundation. Like, it seems really good. I am definitely enjoying it, and it is definitely full coverage. I don't know what took me so long to try it. Okay, you guys, so far, like I said, I'm really impressed. I just finished kind of blending everything out, and I used the Born This Way foundation to kind of do the perimeter of my face, and you can't really tell that much of a difference. Keep you guys updated. I will drop it in the description bar, like how I feel like this wears out today. But I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. I haven't reached for this in a while, and it is like such a good, this one is such a good shade for me. It is the shade Natural Light, or sorry, Light Natural, and I love it, but it's also just like the smidgest bit drying. I'm going to go in with something just a little lighter under my eyes just to brighten it. This is the L'Oreal Fullwear Concealer, and mine is in the shade Vanilla, and I'm literally just going to do like a dot on the inner corner on each side to just make sure everything looks really nice and bright. And then I'm going to go in with my Haley's Beauty Loose Setting Powder. This was also another quarantine purchase. So I'm going to go in with this powder, and then on the areas that I kind of want to brighten, so maybe like the tip of my nose, my cheek area, maybe up here, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder and see how I like it and hope it doesn't ruin my makeup. I'm super nervous about like using glowy setting powders, but this has been recommended to me over and over and over again. So we're going to do the dang thing and hope that I love it. So the packaging on this e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder is really nice because it has like a thing here that you turn to close the sifter. But at the same time, I'm just the kind of person that's like, I'm going to dump it out anyway, so. Okay, so now I'm dipping into the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. And I'm using this little bitty brush from JACLYN's collection. And I'm just going to set my forehead area. This powder doesn't have a scent. You know, I thought it was going to be way more glowy than what I'm seeing. So that's nice, because I thought I was not going to be able to just use it all over my face, but now I definitely think I can. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of put this on some targeted areas for a minute. And then around the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the Morphe JACLYN JH01. I'm upset. I think my two favorite brushes from this collection so far are these two. This is like the big powder brush, and this bronzer brush is just to die for. I didn't know how I'd feel about this like white haired brushes. I thought they were like I thought they would be, like in my mind, I just assumed they would be a certain way, but they are so soft. and so lovely overall. Like, these are really good quality brushes. I see why the price point is what it is. Plus the case is just like phenomenal. So okay, now I definitely see the glow on these, but like I said, that's why I kind of avoided it on my under eye just in case, because I can definitely see like this area looks lighter and more highlighted than pretty much the rest of my face. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and bronze. I'm actually gonna do my face first. I feel like for some reason today I'm reaching for high-end products, and if you guys know me and know my channel, that's generally not like the vibe that goes on here. I am definitely a drugstore queen. I love me some drugstore makeup, but I also realize that like I'm not reaching for my high-end makeup very often because I rarely feel like I do right now, where I like want to dip into it. So I'm gonna go in with my Benefit Cheerleader Bronze Squad palette. I forgot the name of it for a second. And I'm gonna go in with the original Hoola bronzer and then Hoola Caramel to bronze up my face. I don't know what happened. Like I was using this for a while, like in a hot minute and stuff. But the reality is that like my channel is so focused on drugstore and accessible makeup that I kind of forget to like splurge into my stuff. So if you guys want to see like more high-end videos from me, I will definitely make a point to use the products that I have that are high-end. Even though they're not a lot in my collection, I do have them, and every now and then I will splurge on a high-end product if I have been wanting it long enough, or I see that it is like genuinely gonna be worth my money. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. But yeah, I love this bronzing brush. It is just so perfect and fits in your cheeks so nicely. I used it this weekend when I did like a very minimal makeup look, and even then I was just like super impressed with the quality. The one thing I will say about JACLYN's collection that I did see that they don't have is an eyebrow brush. I feel like this collection was definitely missing that, and maybe like an eyeliner brush. And I think that it could have really benefited from having that, because had I not kind of like thrown in a few brushes that I was like, okay, these are my ride or dies and I probably will need them, I might have had a bigger issue trying to do my makeup, and I would have had no way of doing my brows. So if you purchase this product, just keep in mind that like if you don't have a brow brush, you're also going to have to purchase a brow brush. And what I would do is I would just keep one in there. That way you can always just pick it up and go. Okay, so another thing that this product does, that this palette brush set doesn't have, is a brush for like stippling product. Like it doesn't have a duo fiber brush like this. So, but it does have these two, and actually I feel like this Morphe JACLYN Hill JH06 brush kind of gives you that effect of like a really loose application of product. So I'm going to go in with an initial blush and just kind of like use these two blushes in this palette. This is the Gold Rush one, and this is the Coralista. And I like mixing these two and kind of using them because they're not super intense blushes. I like using them to mix my bronzer into the rest of my face and then highlight and everything else. And it kind of like is a really subtle way of applying blush before actually applying blush, so that everything looks super blended and like flushed. And you see the motion that I'm doing it to kind of blend it in is like I'm kind of going outwards. You can also do the same thing backwards, but I like kind of blending into the bronzer rather than the other way, because I'm trying to make sure to not bring this in too far into my under eye area. Next, what I'm going to do with this same brush is I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. There is literally not a high-end powder, in my opinion, that comes close to this, that is like this exact same shade. There are definitely some. Actually, Chrissy Teigen's Becca palette has something similar. So if you're like just like really into high-end stuff, this shade right here is definitely, I think it's called Rose Gold. Like the one that says Becca and like everything. It's very similar to it, but even then it's just not quite the same. I'll show you guys. Or maybe they both, I don't know, maybe it's the top one. Anyway, these two are kind of a dupe for this. But it's just like, in comparison, it like doesn't even, I feel like the Wet n Wild one is so much more intense and beautiful. So I'm just going to subtly start working with this. I actually decided to jump in with this one as well, just because I had it out, and like I said, I have not really been reaching for my high-end stuff. Why buy it if I'm not going to use it, right? So I kind of like to do this with my Wet n Wild highlighter, but it normally comes out more intense. I really like the way this is looking. I'm going to go ahead and spritz my face right now. I'm going to use the BodyShop spray just one more time, kind of to make sure that every powder that I have on my face is kind of set, because now the powders that I'm going to be going with are way more sparkly, not sparkly, but like have a more like shimmery finish, and shimmery finishes look nicer when your face isn't super matte. Okay, so you see the difference here. I did spritz my face and then I just went in with, this is my own brush. This is a BH Cosmetics brush and the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlight. And like just a little bit like on the tops of my cheekbones here really went a long way into like making this look so much more intense. And yes, I could leave my highlight at this, but I'm probably going to go in with something even more extra here in a minute. So you guys just don't judge me, alright? This is my second one of these, by the way, and I have already just hit pan on it. So this is a staple product for me that I will probably keep repurchasing until the end of time. Bought this Anastasia blush palette a while back, and it is like their Peachy Love palette, and I just never reached for it for some reason. So I've been making a point to use this as well, and I really like it. Also, I wanted to point out, these are both Morphe blush brushes, but this is from the Gilded collection, and you see it's just a little bit wider than the JACLYN Hill one. So this one's like more my favorite because it's a little bit wider, but I still really like the JACLYN Hill one, and like I said, like it is different, but it's still good. So I'm actually going to go in with this one right here and probably mix it in with the peachy color. Basically avoiding the darkest shade in the middle because I used it this weekend and I was like, wow girl, tone the blush down. So I'm actually going to go with the Amrezy highlighter. I haven't used this in a minute, haven't reached for it in a long time. And I love this itty bitty brush from the JACLYN Hill Cosmetics collection. It is her JH42, and like it is like the tiniest little baby little brush. And I think it's actually perfect for nose contour and highlight, or nose highlight actually. And it just is so pretty, and look at that, like it's just like, oh, it like is so precise. So I love this brush. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera because like I said, there's not a brow brush in here and I don't have any new brow products. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so brows are on and I also went ahead and primed my eyelids. I just used the little bit of like concealer that I already had on my eyes, and then just on the brow bone I used the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I love this concealer. It is drugstore, it is great, it is affordable, I love it. So I just spritzed my face one more time and I'm gonna go ahead and highlight with the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter and the JH09 brush. This is like a really perfect highlighting brush. It applies product like so beautifully. Oh my god, I completely forgot about the Fenty highlighter. Okay, I'm gonna dust this one over top just very lightly because obviously it's a different color. I'm literally just like dabbing my brush just a little, but I want to give it some golden flecks. Oh god, this highlighter, if you have a deeper skin tone, you better be putting this all over everything, girl. Like I feel like that just took that to the next level. Wow. Today we're gonna use the Tarte Beauty palette and just keep it nice and natural and just bronzy and pretty and all that good stuff. So I'm going to use the JH32 brush. Oh, I also have some other new brushes. So I got these Cheek Pro brushes from Five and Below. So this one I already used and took it out of the packaging. But yeah, look how nice these look, guys. So I'm gonna use this one actually to start on the crease. So I'm gonna go to my Butter bronzer and I'm going to use this as a really soft transition. I really like this bronzer as an eyeshadow to transition shades and palettes that don't have like a more subtle transition shade. Tarte's palette is super pigmented, so if you don't own it, I don't know if it's on back order now. It probably is, honestly, because it is that good of a palette. But yeah, I like to make sure to try to go in with a bronzer first on her palette because it is so freaking pigmented that I find that if I don't, then I could easily just like end up with some splotchy areas. So that's a really good trick for just making sure that your eyeshadows look really well blended, is just go with a bronzer. So now I'm gonna go back to the Matte Soothe shade and I'm just gonna probably do some light bronzing with it, kind of. I really don't want anything too intense on the eyes today. It is very early in the day and I do have some errands to run and places to be, so I'm gonna try to keep it, you know, daytime appropriate but also sultry. So I'm actually gonna go with the cheek brush that I was telling you guys about earlier, and it's a little bit more precise than the other JACLYN Hill brush I was using, and I'm kind of just bringing the shade upward and trying to be a little more precise with it. I also definitely think that this is going to be the shade that I hit pan on first in this palette because it's always the shade I'm reaching for. It is such a beautiful transition shade. Okay, so now with the JH32 brush, I'm going to go in with the Ritual in the sequin. Yeah, in the sequin. And I'm going to use that to just deepen this outer crease up a little bit. Like I said, I really want to make sure that this look doesn't get out of hand, so I am using a very light amount of product and then going back in with my other brushes to just to make sure everything is like really well blended. Okay, and then with the JH33 brush, I'm going to go in with the matte ritual shade. This is a brush that's a little bit more like precise. So I'm going to kind of do some stippling of this shade on the outer corner. Oh my goodness, I always forget how intense it is. So I'm going to mix it with the sequin version of it to see if I can kind of tone it down just a little. So now what I'm going to do is kind of create a faux wing, and I'm going to use the matte ritual shade, the dark brown, and I'm going to just take the JH43 brush and stipple this outward and create a nice little faux liner. I really don't want it to be too intense, but that is the vibe I'm going for. It's just like a little, like, is it eyeliner? Is it there? Like that kind of look that makes you question whether I have eyeliner on or not. Something super subtle. This is actually something that I've noticed that Kylie Jenner does all the time, and it creates a very like natural eye wing. I actually think this is perfect for weddings. So if you are having a wedding or are doing like an elopement or something like that, I definitely recommend doing your wing like this if you're going to do any kind of wing, because it is so flattering and it's like so barely there beautiful. And then what I'm going to do is just blend it out with another little brush. So I'm going to take the JH38 brush and I'm going to take the shade Ritual in the Sequin and also the shade Soothe. Just like a nice little bronzy moment. I definitely feel like I'm still figuring out her brush collection, so sometimes I'm like, well, now what? Which brush do I go in with now? So I'm going to take this really large brush and just kind of flick away any excess, and you can always leave it like just as it is. This palette has some really beautiful shimmers in here and obviously the glitters, so that's also an option. I'm actually going to try out the Fenty highlighter. She has this brush that is really nice. This is the JH41 and I really like the shape of it. I've actually used it already for a different palette and I really like it. So I'm just going to lightly tap into the Fenty Beauty highlighter, and I want this to like just barely dust across my lid. Kind of gives the eye just like a little bit of flair. So I really like that about it. I feel like this is going to be a product that lasts me a super long time. And it's obviously like very versatile. If you can see, like I'm using it on a look that's super minimal, but you can also use it on looks that are like straight up like yellow gold, and you know, use it as a highlighter or whatever. You definitely have tons of options with this product, which I really like. So now I'm going to grab my highlighter again and I'm going to highlight my inner corner. I actually don't like a super white inner corner, so I think I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star one, the Jeffree Star highlighter in the shade Wet Dream. I forgot like how much of a dream this highlighter is. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on some mascara and lashes and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I just put some mascara on and I like showing you guys what my looks like with just mascara because I know a lot of you guys don't wear lashes, especially not on a daily basis. So this is what it looks like, real casual. Obviously I did a few coats of mascara. If you guys have not tried the Profusion Lash Out Loud mascara, like it is what's on my under eyes right now and it's the first mascara that I used and it is just stunning. And then I also really like the Mascara Revolution from Makeup Revolution. So everything will be linked in the description below. But yeah, those two mascaras are amazing. For lashes today, I'm going to go in with my favorite drugstore lashes. These are the Pre-Permed Salon Perfect Push-Up Lashes. I have mine in the number, or in the style 672 Tight Curl. And you guys, literally, these are like my perfect drugstore lash. I feel like they're so pretty. They flare out so lovely. Like, also, I'm extremely obsessed with Bad Bunny's new album right now, you guys. Or actually, I don't know if it's his newest album. I did see that he came out with some new music and I haven't listened to it yet. But the Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana album is like, oh, like I love so many of the songs. I've been just like constantly jamming out to them. And they are like bad you know what energy. Like literally it's so good. So I'm obsessed with that. But yeah, these lashes are really pretty and I like it because they look so feminine. Yeah, I personally feel like they're not too much, and I feel like when you do a really soft eye makeup look, these lashes can really just take it to the next level. So I'm going to let my lashes finish drying and I'm going to go ahead and move on to lips because right now I don't have anything on them. So I'm going to use my LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Cafe, which I think I've said before, but if you guys follow me, please go get this lip liner if you're a Latina. Like if you're even like the slightest bit of warm skin tone, please get it. I think you will love it. If you're much darker than me, you probably won't enjoy it, but they also have a lot of other great lip liners by this line. So they're like $4 at Ulta. They also sell them at CVS, I think, or maybe Walgreens. They are LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liners, you guys. They're so good. And next I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild High Brilliance lipstick in the shade Close Off. This is like their glossy formula, and she is juicy. It is so nice. So I could leave it at this, but if you guys follow me, if you keep up with me whatsoever, you know I'm a gloss girl. So I'm going to go in with the So Juicy ColourPop lip gloss in the shade Partly Rowdy, and oh, so nice. By the way, my nails are press-ons, you guys. These are, I believe, Kiss press-on nails, and I was feeling so fun and just like, let's get at it. My birthday's coming up, so I'm already having that like birthday energy, like it's here for me already. So if you see me being extra lately in the next month, just ignore it, because it's just like my birthday energy. Like that's what's happening. The last thing I'm gonna do is set my makeup, and I'm actually going to go in with the Milani Make It Last setting spray, and also my Morphe Continuous Mist setting spray. I think that this one gives me a lot of hydration and like a really nice set, and then the Milani one is just like, this isn't going anywhere. Like it's staying put all day, all night, tomorrow, Thursday, 4 or 5 days from now, like it's going to stay put. This is how I feel about this one. They also have a matte version if you're really oily, but I have combo skin, and actually I feel like this one really does it for me. I just love the Morphe Mist because it really is such a like gentle, all over the face situation. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I am for real obsessed with it. It is just like that really pretty natural glam in my opinion. I think the eyes are soft enough for daytime, but the lashes are like, hey, I'm here, I look cute. And I love this lip combo, you guys. Literally, these 3 lip things are super affordable, and I think the most expensive one is the ColourPop one. I think it's like $8, but this is a bomb lip combo. I think it's gonna be my new favorite. I wish I would remember, because like sometimes I bounce between lip options so much that I forget what I love, but I love this one. So if you guys haven't tried out the ColourPop So Juicy line, I love that, and I really love the lip liner. I mean, just phenomenal. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed me talking about some new products. Also, I'll insert a photo of me like in my outfit today. I look so tan. I wore it with white shorts first, and I was like, okay, I look so tan, so like white is off limits. That's why I'm wearing like creams and a yellow tank top, because this Saint Tropez tanning mousse is like the real freaking deal. Like I said, I do have a discount code with them. It is 20% off at lookfantastic.com. And so yeah, you can shop the tanner if you're interested. And yeah, so that is it for this video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys!